ask you a quick question. Have you ever tried to learn a new language but felt overwhelmed by the idea of studying grammar rules, memorizing vocabulary lists, and doing endless exercises? Do you wish there was a simpler, more natural way to become fluent without all the stress of traditional studying? If you are nodding your head right now, then you are in the right place. In this video, I'm going to share with you exactly how you can learn any language without studying. That's right, no textbook, no homework, just practical, everyday methods that make language learning as easy and enjoyable as possible. So if you're curious about how to make language learning a natural part of your life, keep watching, okay? And don't forget to subscribe my channel now. Let's be honest, guys. Traditional studying isn't for everyone. Sitting down with a textbook for hours can feel tedious and boring, and it often leads to burnout. Many of us start strong, but after a few weeks, our motivation drops and we feel stuck. So, why not try a different approach? One that doesn't feel like studying at all, but still gets you the results you are looking for? Before we dive into the techniques, it's important to understand that learning a language is more about consistent exposure and practice rather than cramming information. The methods I'm going to share are designed to help you absorb the language naturally, just like you learned your first language, by immersing yourself in it and using it in real life situations. The first key to learning any language without studying is immersion. Now, I know what you're thinking. I don't live in a country where the language is spoken. How can I immerse myself? But here's the secret. You don't have to move abroad to immerse yourself in a language. Start by surrounding yourself with the language in your everyday life. Change the language setting on your phone, computer, and social media accounts. This way, you're exposed to the language all the time. Even when you are doing simple things like checking your messages or browsing online, it's a small change, but it makes a big difference. Another great way to immerse yourself is by watching movies, TV shows, or YouTube videos in the language you are learning. Choose content that interests you so it feels more like entertainment than study. For example, if you are learning Spanish, try watching a popular Spanish series or vloggers who speak the language. Don't worry if you don't understand everything at first. Just keep watching and you will start picking up words and phrases naturally. Listening to music and podcast is another fantastic way to immerse yourself. I personally love listening to songs in different languages. Music has a way of making language stick in your mind without any effort. Try creating a playlist of songs in the language you are learning and listen to it during your daily activities like commuting or working out. Now, let's talk about incorporating the language into your daily routine. You don't need to set aside extra time to study. Instead, weave the language into the activities you already do. For instance, if you are cooking, find recipes in the language you are learning and follow them. If you enjoy reading, pick up books or articles written in that language. Start with something simple and gradually move to more complex material. Even things like reading product labels or instructions in the target language can be a form of practice. Another tip is to narrate your day-to-day activities in the language. This might feel strange at first, but it's a powerful way to practice. For example, as you're getting ready in the morning, you could say things like, I'm brushing my teeth. I'm getting dressed. So this habit helps you think in the language and solidifies vocabulary and phrases in your mind. I used to do this all the time when I was learning English. At first, I would just say simple sentences out loud, but as I get more comfortable, I started talking through my thoughts and plans in English. It was like having a conversation with myself, and it made speaking in real life situations much easier. Language is all about communication. Interacting with others is crucial. One of the best ways to practice without studying is to engage in conversations with native speakers or other learners. If you can't do this in person, no worries. There are plenty of online language exchange platforms where you can connect with people from around the world. Even I did the same. Try to find a language partner or join a conversation group when you are chatting with someone. Focus on expressing yourself rather than getting everything perfect. Don't be afraid to make mistakes. They're a natural part of learning. The more you practice speaking, the more confident and fluent you will become. I remember when I first started conversing with native speakers online. At first, I was nervous, but over time, I noticed how much my confidence and fluency improved just by having regular casual conversation. The key is to make it a fun and relaxed experience, not something you feel pressured about. Another effective way to learn without studying is through passive observation. This means paying attention to the language in use without actively trying to memorize or study it. For example, when you are watching a movie, focus on how the characters interact, the tone they use, and the context in which certain phrases are used. You will start to notice patterns and pick up on common expressions without even realizing it. Similarly, when you're out and about, observe signs, advertisements, and conversations around you. If you live in a multilingual area, take note of the language used in public spaces, even if you don't understand everything. Just being aware of the language in your environment helps build familiarity. This is something I do all the time. I'm constantly observing and listening, even I'm not actively trying to learn. It's amazing how much you pick up just by being curious and attentive. Last but not least, let's talk about making language learning fun by turning it into a game. There are many apps and online platforms that use gamification to help you learn a language. These apps often incorporate quizzes, languages, and rewards to keep you motivated. For example, Duolingo is a popular app that turns language learning into a game with levels, points, and streaks. You can practice for just a few minutes a day, and it feels more like playing than studying. Another option is language learning games that focus on vocabulary, grammar, or pronunciation in a fun and engaging way. But you don't need an app to gamify your learning. You can create your own games, like trying to use as many new words as possible in a conversation, or challenging yourself to watch a movie without subtitles and see how much you understand. The goal is to make the learning process enjoyable so that you look forward to it rather than dread it. And these are the methods that have worked for me. I hope they will work for you too. Remember, learning a language doesn't have to be a chore or something you have to force yourself to do. By integrating the language into your daily life and making it a part of the activities you enjoy, you can learn naturally and effortlessly without ever feeling like you are studying. If you found this video helpful, don't forget to give it a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel for more tips on language learning. I'd love to hear about your own experiences. How do you learn a language without studying? Share your thoughts in the comments below. And thank you for watching, and I will see you in the next video. Happy learning. But you can check the description of this video, because in the video I always put some amazing video link, and you will see my free English speaking community. So you can join and you can practice every day. And you can even join Zoom video call meeting with me. So I will see you very soon, okay? Bye-bye.